Number 1. Read the Twitter files.
Number 2. What you're about to read is the first installment in a series based upon thousands of internal documents obtained by sources at Twitter. What you're about to read is the first installment in a series.
Number 3. The Twitter files tell an incredible story from inside one of the world's largest and most influential social media platforms. It is a Frankensteinian tale of a human-built mechanism grown out the control of its designer. Number 4. Twitter in its conception was a brilliant tool for enabling instant mass communication, making a true real-time global conversation possible for the first time.
Number 5. In an early conception, Twitter more than lived up to its mission statement, giving people the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. Number 6. As time progressed, however, the company was slowly forced to win those barriers. Some of the first tools for controlling speech were designed to combat the likes of spam and financial fraudsters. Number 7 is slowly over time, Twitter staff and executives begin to find more and more uses for these tools. Outsiders begin petitioning the company to manipulate speech as well. First a little, then more often, then constantly.
Number 8. By 2020, requests from connected actors to delete tweets were routed. One executive would write to another. More to review from the Biden team. The reply would come back. Handled. Number 9. Celebrities and unknowns alike could be removed or viewed at the behest of a political party. Number 10. Both parties had access to these tools. For instance, in 2020, requests from both Trump White House and the Biden campaign were received and honored. However, Number 11. This system wasn't balanced. It was based on contacts. Because Twitter wasn't as overwhelmingly staffed by people of one political orientation, there were more channels, more ways to complain open to the left, Democrats, and the right.
Number 12. The resulting sound and content manifesting decisions is visible in the documents you are about to read. Or orbital study assessment multiple current and former. Hey, Apple executives. Look, hey, there was more thought carrying out that the process. Hutch, get it. Let's jump forward.
Number 16. The Twitter Files Part 1: How and Why Twitter Blocked the Hunter Biden Laptop Story. Number 17. On October 14, 2020, the New York Post published Biden's secret emails, an expose based on the contents of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop. Number 18. Twitter took extraordinary steps to suppress the story, removing links and posting warnings that it may be unsafe. They even blocked its transmission via direct message, a tool hitherto reserved for extreme cases, e.g. child.
Number 19. White House spokeswoman Kayleigh McEnany was locked out of her account for tweeting about the story, prompting a furious letter from Trump campaign staffer Mike Hahn, who seethed, "At least pretend to care for the next 20 days. Number 20. This led public policy executive Caroline Strachan to send out a polite WTF query. Several employees noted that there was tension between the comms policy teams, who had little less control over moderation, and the safety trust teams. Number 21. Strachan's note returned the answer that the laptop story had been removed for violation of the company's hacked materials policy.
Number 22. Although several sources recalled hearing about a general warning from federal law enforcement that some are about possible foreign hacks, there's no evidence that I've seen of any government involvement in the laptop story. In fact, that might have been the problem. Number 23. The decision was made at the highest levels of the company, but without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey, with former head of legal, policy, and trust Vijay Gadde playing a key role. Number 24. They just freelanced it, is how one former employee characterized the decision. Hacking was the excuse, but within a few hours, pretty much everyone realized that it wasn't going to hold, but no one had the guts to reverse it.
Number 25. You can't see the confusion in the following lengthy exchange, which ends up including Gadde and former trust and safety chief Uriah. Holmes official Trenton Kennedy writes, "I'm struggling to understand the policy basis for marking this as a safe." Number 26. By this point, everyone knew this was fucked, said one former employee, but the response was essentially to err on the side of continuing to err. Number 26, then former VP of Global Comms, Brandon Borman, asked, can we truthfully claim that this is part of the policy? Number 20, to which former Deputy General Counsel Jim Baker again seems to advise staying on course. Baker's caution is warranted.
Number 29. A fundamental problem with tech companies and content moderation. Many people in charge of speech know care little about speech and have to be told the basics by outsiders. The wit. Number 30. In one intersection on day one, Democratic Congressman Ron Canna reaches out to Gad against suggests help on the phone to talk about the backlash regarding speech. Canna was the only Democratic official I could find in the files who expressed concern. Gaddy replies quickly, immediately diving into the weeds of Twitter policy. Unaware Canna is more worried about the Bill of Rights.
Number 32, Canna tries to reroute the conversation to the First Amendment, mention of which is generally hard to find in the files. Number 33, within a day head of public policy Lauren Culbertson receives a ghastly letter/report from Carl Sabo of the research firm Natchez, which had already polled 12 members of Congress, 9 Republicans and 3 Democrats from the House Judiciary Committee to wreck Judy Chu's office. Number 34, Natchez lets Twitter know a bloodbath awaits in upcoming Hill hearings, with members saying it's a tipping point, complaining tech has grown so big that they can't even regulate themselves, so government may need to intervene. Number 35, Civil reports to Twitter that some Hill figures are characterized in the laptop story as text access Hollywood moment.
Number 36, Twitter files continue. The First Amendment is an absolute. Sabo's letter contains chilling passages relating Democratic lawmakers' attitudes. They want more moderation. And as for the Bill of Rights, it's not absolute. An amazing subplot of the Twitter Hunter Biden laptop affair was how much was done without the knowledge of CEO Jack Dorsey, and how long it took for the situation to get unfrocked. As one ex-employee put it, even after Dorsey jumped in. There are multiple instances in the files of Dorsey intervening to question suspensions and other moderation actions for accounts across the political spectrum.
The problem with the hacked materials ruling, several sources say, was that this normally required an official/law enforcement finding of a hack. But such a finding never appears throughout what one executive describes as a whirlwind 24-hour company-wide mess. It's been a whirlwind 96 hours for me too. There is much more to come, including answers to questions about issues like shadow banning, boosting, follower accounts, the fate of various individual accounts, and more. These issues are not limited to the political right. Good night, everyone. Thanks to all those who picked up the phone in the last few days.
Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.